Hello, friends. Welcome to another Essential Chat with me, Sherry. I'm super excited because I'm having fun with these, and it's something I think I'm going to keep doing, maybe different topics each month. But for now, we are sticking to the business building with doTERRA. And this week's Essential Chat, I have a guest speaker who is one of my mentors and who is the person who introduced me to doTERRA. So without further ado, I will bring her on. This is Mrs. Kristina Brachna.
Hey, Sherry.
Hello there. How you doing?
Doing good. How about you?
Good. So thank you for joining me and my lovely viewers this Wednesday evening for our Essential Chat.
No problem.
So just to kind of jump right into our chat, how did you first get started with doTERRA, and how long have you been doing it? Tell me about your get started story.
Well, so there's a quick little funny part to it. You had mentioned that, Ellie was on your program a couple of weeks ago, and Ellie is the one who...
Ellie's next week.
Ellie's next. Okay, Ellie's next. So you're going to hear from Ellie next week. But she's the one who I first was introduced or just kind of saw oils. And she was standing outside a cheer practice with a table and some samples, and sampling a product called Deep Rub. And for a lady who was a runner who said that her calves hurt when she ran. And so she put Deep Blue on one leg and didn't put it on the other leg. And she's like, oh yeah, I can really feel the difference. And I turned to my friend who invited me, Jeanette, and I said, I'm out. I turned around and I walked away. I'm like, yeah, no, not buying it. And then I had a situation with my oldest son where modern medicine, doctors, nobody could help him. And my husband and I just sat there and cried because we just didn't know what to do. And we weren't sure if he was going to heal and be fully functional again. He had lost feeling in his foot. And I decided to be a little bit more open. And we had started doing acupuncture, chiropractic. I mean, I was open. So give me everything you've got, because when a mother can't help her kid, yeah, the door's wide open. So I went to a class and I listened very quietly through the whole class. And at the end of the class, it's like, does anybody have any questions? And I was like, me. And what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? And to make this long story short, the best I can, started him on a protocol using some of the oils and the supplements that doTERRA has to offer. And within a month, my son was 75% back to normal. Even the doctors were like, what did you do?
Wow.
So, and ever since then, I signed up as a user. I signed up as a builder, a sharer. I signed up for all of it. You name it. I was in hook, line, and sinker.
That's amazing. How long ago was that?
So my son was 16 and he's 24 now.
Wow.
So years.
That's awesome. And it completely, he's good. He's golden now with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's amazing. That would hook, line, and sinker me too, for sure.
If I put the details of the story, you'd be amazed.
Yeah. So during that first class, or that class that you were at, did she send you home with samples to use with your son, or did you just, out of influence, were you like, okay, I'm going to sign up and try it?
I signed up.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got samples or not, quite honestly. Because I had a specific need.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't samples wasn't going to work. I needed to jump in. I needed him to use the products fully.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it was the Lifelong Vitality Pack, our vitamin supplements, as well as the DDR Prime for cellular support.
Wow. I've actually just started using that one myself, probably the last 2 or 3 weeks.
I'm a huge fan of DDR Prime.
Awesome. That's good to know. Wow. What an amazing story. So I'm assuming you got started with like a starter kit at that point then. You're like, give me a kit or something.
I did get a kit. I got the little family essentials kit, just so that I could play with some of the other oils as well. But my main focus was just to give him what he needed.
Right.
Yeah.
So out of that first kit, what I was kind of thinking was, did you immediately, obviously the oils that helped your son and the supplements were probably like your number one, like, okay, this is my new favorite thing in life. But did you have a favorite oil yourself for you right out the gate?
Actually, yes. At the time, because it changes constantly, but at the time I was a soda-holic.
Oh.
And drink soda morning, noon, and night. Especially at night, because I had a lot of anxiety before I would go to bed. For some reason, I always felt like I was going to not be able to sleep the night. I was going to be up sick in the middle of the night. So I'd always drink some soda. The bubbles would always settle my stomach. So I started using Digestin instead.
Oh, wow.
And I tried that, and first, no problem. Second night, no problems, and no cravings. I had no cravings for the soda either. And so even though now and again, I like to have a soda. I do like the bubbly stuff every once in a while, but I don't have that soda habit anymore. Digestin absolutely kicked that one for me.
That's awesome. I think that I haven't fully kicked my soda habit. Still love me a good Sprite a couple times a week. But I have actually been using fennel, which is in Digestin, I believe.
It is.
To curb those cravings. And I just do like 1 drop in a large glass jar of water. And my husband hates the smell because he hates black licorice, which is what it smells like. Yeah. But you're right. It completely curbs that sweet craving. And I love it. That's awesome.
I love it. So it worked for me.
Yeah. And think about all the other like health benefits that come along with just giving up soda. Like,
there's a ton.
Yeah. Crazy. Oh my gosh. These oils are amazing. So I feel like you already answered this, but just to bluntly put it, did you know you wanted to share the oils right out the gate?
I did share the oils right out of the gate. I got my family's essential kit. And I got a little makeup bag from Target, about yay big, just a little, like a mini train case with a little zipper. And I put all my oils in there, and I put a washcloth because I just wanted to be able to, just get off on my hands, even though it doesn't usually leave any residue. I wasn't sure at the time. I was so new.
Yeah. I
would bring that thing everywhere. I brought it to my son's, the football games, the soccer games. I brought it everywhere. I shared with everybody, oh, here, smell this. Oh, smell this. Oh, smell this. Oh, try this. Here, take a little bit of that. And I'd open up the case, and it smelled so amazing. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, what's that? What's that smell? And I'm like, it's essential oils. Would you like to sample some? And 8 years ago, it was really still super new. And so everybody was like, yes, what is that? What is that? And so I literally just brought them with me everywhere and shared with everybody. I didn't have any little sample things. I literally just put oils on people. I'm like, try this.
I love that you had a passion for it, like right out the gate. And I actually remember you having your oils. I mean, you remember my story. We won't get into my story today, but I remember how you had your oils every time I seen you. And eventually
try them. It's up to you.
And eventually I did, and they were game changers for me too. That's why I'm here today, doing what I'm doing.
Exactly. When you have your aha moment, it's pretty impactful.
Yeah. What do you think, or what has surprised you, I would say, the most about like doing the doTERRA as a business? Doing the doTERRA as a business.
I gotta say, I wish I could sum it up with one word or one quick sentence, but I've done Tupperware, I've done Avon, I've done Herbalife, I've done, I don't know, there were some other ones in there, I don't even know. They were useless, horrible compensation plans, terrible customer service from the company. Nobody seemed to really care about the representative, the advocate. And from day one, doTERRA has always been supportive, whether it was my upline, my sidelines, even if they weren't on my team and had no reason to help me, everybody was always super willing to help. Customer service at home office in Utah has always been fantastic. The compensation plan, they make it pretty hard to not make money. So, I mean, they give you so many opportunities and ways to earn that if you're putting in the time and effort, it's going to come back to you. It's going to come back to you. And so I don't really have anything bad to say. The business plan was phenomenal. They take care of the representatives and they do things much differently than the other companies do, which is why we're one of the most successful MLMs on the planet, literally.
Yeah. What would you say has impacted you the most personally with the business?
I really like having that little bit of extra in my pocket. I work full time like you, do the same job. And I use that money to pay bills and take care of the everyday stuff. But I use my doTERRA to buy more doTERRA to help my family with, replace my medicine cabinet, so to speak, with, all essential oils for the most part. And I go on trips. I go on doTERRA trips. I go to Utah for a week. I go to leadership for 4 or 5 days. I use the money that I make with doTERRA to go out and have fun. It's my extra spending money. It's money in my pocket. And I really enjoy having that. That way I don't have to tap into what's set aside for other resources or other things that I'm doing.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I think like one of the things that I found for myself, how it's made an impact on me is just the new community of people that I'm drawn to. I feel like I'm a very straightforward, get to the point type gal. Yep. And I feel like I either click with you or I don't. And if I don't, I just move on. Because I feel like I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. Like that's how I am. And I feel like with this community, it doesn't really matter what person. I haven't found a personality yet that I'm not clicking with. And I think it's because we all have that same like-minded, success-driven, like you just want to empower people. And I think that that's something that I didn't really know about myself prior to this. Like I'm not, even now, as much as I love the oils and I love doing what I'm doing, I'm still not like all in on the, like, I'm not comfortable talking about like a lot of health issues. Like I'm just like, here, try this. And for me, that's how I share my oils and that's how I'm growing my business. I'm just like, try this. I think it'll help. Here's the book. And that's what I do. But the community as a whole has really surprised me because they genuinely want to empower people to not only have better health, but to be as successful in life as they can be. And I love that. Because just in like outside of this, not everyone, everyone you meet isn't like-minded. Like they don't have that same like drive,
I understand. Yeah.
So that's one of the things that surprised me most and impacted, I think, me the most on a personal level. Yeah.
We have tried.
What keeps you motivated? Because I know, like for me, we do work a full-time job. We get up early, I go to work, then you come home and you're like, oh, I need to work my business. And you've got a family. I have a husband, but I mean, half the time he's not here when I go home because he's still at work. So you have a family too. What keeps you motivated to keep moving your business forward?
You know, when we first started, it's been things have changed obviously in the last year and a half, and it's been really challenging, um, because I'm not a social media person. That's not where I feel that I shine, that I get to express myself the best. Live in person classes is what I loved doing. I love teaching. I love presenting. I love sharing the oils and the information about the oils. I love sharing the opportunity with people, and just um, giving people options, even if they're like, no, I don't think so. It's in the back of their mind. And if they don't get it from me, hopefully they'll get it from somebody else, because everybody should be incorporating all sorts of um, alternative ways to help your body stay healthy. And I think that DoTerra, offers a really great, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, Consistent and trustworthy
Yeah.
Opportunity to do that. And I love to teach. That's one of my favorite things. I'm very much looking forward to going back to in-person classes and training events and all kinds of stuff, because that's where I really connect with.
Yeah. That's something that he kind of leads into our next question about what are you most excited about. For me, that's almost like a source of intimidation for me, because I got started at the start of the pandemic. So my entire existence as a builder has been on Zoom or social media or, doing this.
You're good at that.
Well, thank you. But I know that I do need to get in front of people too. And I know that classes and in-person events are a significant way to do that. So for me, it's almost a source of fear or anxiety. What?
Mary, if you set them up and I'm available, if we do it together, I'm happy to be there to support.
Love that. Thank you. Thank you.
Of DoTerra and our community and tribe is that you can usually count on somebody to help you.
Yes, absolutely. What would you say? We're kind of wrapping up as we close in on this hour here, or half hour. But what would you say is your biggest takeaway or benefit from the business thus far out of life, the business and life in general?
Let's see. There's a lot of things. There's so many perks that DoTerra offers with building the business. With whether it's your monthly order, where you have opportunity to get free product, but meeting people and sharing the amazingness of the oils with people that are open to alternative medicine. It's just a really great way to meet people. It's a great way to help people. It's a great way to better yourself with personal development. It's a great way to get healthy. I mean, the list goes on and on of how many things you can pull from just being a part of DoTerra. Whether you want to be a builder or not, there's something for everybody with DoTerra. Wow. And I absolutely, I love it. I don't regret it ever. And I don't even look back. I'm a lifer.
I love that. So that's a perfect transition for my final question for you. What would you say to someone who might be thinking about doTERRA as a business?
I say you don't have anything to lose. Why not just give it a try? I started with a family essentials kit with 10 little tiny bottles in a mini train case from Target. And I went from there. And then pay attention and watch. There's so much more available to a builder now than there was when I first started. The videos, the blogs, all of the things on doTERRA.com. I mean, there's a plethora of options for you to learn and grow, and reach out to whoever introduced you and ask them. If they're not willing, they'll know somebody who is.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be somebody there to help. There's always going to be resources at your fingertips. And I mean, you don't really have anything to lose, because if you're using the oils, you're just sharing them with people. And if that's the kind of person you are, that you like to share with others and introduce these things, then there's nothing to lose. And your own pace. Nobody's pushing you. You don't have to hit the ground running 100 miles an hour. You can be the tortoise in this race and still be successful. So
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, my friend, for joining me tonight. I'm going to wrap up by just grabbing my oil here and applying it for my evening as I wrap up everything and say goodbye to my friends. And I hope you all have a good night.
Bye, Sherry. Bye, everyone.
Bye.